It's hump day.
Hump day!
It's hump day.
Hump day!
We're live.
Are we live?
Here we are.
All right. Well, cheers, first of all.
Hey, everyone. Cheers.
Cheers to you guys.
So from Semantic Mastery in Panama, we're hanging out on the beach with palm trees in the back and like music going on and bars and beers, although they look like apple juice in cups. Let's take a look. We'll kind of look around, and we just made a friend from Toronto.
How are you?
And there's one of the beachside bars. It's really cool. This is a great place for us to meet. So there we go. We'll try to answer a couple questions today, guys, but we're just going to have some fun.
And in case you don't know where you're at, this is episode 105.
Episode 105.
This is Semantic Mastery, so if you're not supposed to be here, you should probably take off.
So make sure you grab a drink and come hang out and have some fun.
Yeah.
We got some things we wanted to share and talk about. This is the first time that we've all got to meet in person. We've been in business for about 3 years. We've known each other for 4 years, but we've always met virtually via webcast like this. And last year when we met in Miami, it was 4 of us. Marco couldn't make it last year. So this is the first time that we've actually been able to meet in person, all of us together. And we've been able to grow the business without having to meet in person, which is pretty incredible in my opinion. And so getting together and meeting, though, it's amazing. Yesterday was kind of a strategy session, planning out the next 3, 6, and 12 months. And it's amazing how much more creativity occurs when people are joined together in person than it is via webcast. I mean, obviously, because of our logistics, we have to meet via webcast on a regular basis. But getting together at least once a year, and I think we're going to start doing it twice a year now, gives us much more clarity and vision. You know what I mean? So it's been very, very productive so far, and we still have another whole 2 days. So it's been a lot of fun.
Yep. Yeah.
So you got something to say?
I'll just let's bring it back. Like we've told people before, but like what's the most important part for me was like coming together, like how we met. Yeah. Like we've told people briefly, like, oh, we met online, like, and that's what I tell people. My family's like, what? How did you start a business? That's crazy. How do you know these people aren't going to steal your money?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, yeah, you got to have some sort of trust, and you've got to be able to everyone's got to take that first step. Which was nice. So meeting everybody, we came from a mastermind ourselves. For those of you who didn't know that.
And that's the story. You know, it was funny. Marco had a friend from Manhattan named Jill come down. She was in Panama this week anyways. So she came out to the resort and had lunch with us today, and a really interesting lady. But she was asking us about, how we all met. And so we were just talking about this story with her earlier today. And, we were in a separate SEO mastermind, marketing mastermind 4 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
2012. Yeah, it was 2012. And we were in a mastermind group, and the webinars were once a month, and then there was a forum. And it was interesting because the webinars were, only once a month, but the forum was pretty active. And at the time, I was just running my lead gen business, and I had just started my SEO agency, and I started a mastermind, an accountability meeting. That's what it was. It was an accountability group where we would meet on a weekly basis to apply the methods that we were learning through the mastermind, and also, set goals and hold each other accountable, share what was working, what wasn't working, and try to grow each other's businesses that way, and just kind of help each other. And we ended up about 25 members or so. But the mastermind we were in, the training started to decline, the support started to decline, but yet our weekly meetings continued. And the value ended up shifting from the mastermind that we all joined to our group. And, after a week, several, months of us meeting on a weekly basis, it ended up being that we were, I was sharing a lot of training, and these guys here were also contributing regularly. And so, once the other members of the group started to apply some of the stuff that we were sharing, they were starting to see the same kind of results we did. And so eventually it dawned on us, hey, wait a minute, we've got something on here that we can run with. We can monetize this and turn this into a business. Because if our small group of 25 is experiencing these kind of results, imagine what, this could be applied to a broader audience, in other words. And so that's really what happened. That's where Semantic Mastery was born. And we kept it very, very private it was very small and private for about the first year. And then in January of 2014 is when we actually went public with it and, opened it up to, other people to join. And here we are today, you know, and it's been just an amazing journey, and we've got so much more in store, so much more planned. That's part of the reason we met, was to strategize for what's going on, you know, going forward. We got a hell of a lot planned in the future, guys. Like, we're not going anywhere, I'll tell you that. So more to come, you know.
Yeah, I want to check something out and see. I know we got some questions, but I want to see if anybody's at least got questions on any of that.
Let me check
what I wanted to share is that all of the productivity that we were able to get out of, I don't know, the Monday ride, because it took 4 hours to get here because of the traffic, and then Tuesday and today. This is Wednesday, and we got just so much accomplished. We get a lot accomplished week to week, but that's more of like maintenance, right? Weekly maintenance of everything that our business takes up and what we have to do. But this is actually strategy 3, 6 months, a year down the line, which is what every business should be doing. If you guys have your own business, you should be strategizing. You shouldn't just be thinking about the buck that you can make next week. Think about the money that you can make a year and maybe 5 years down the line. So strategize, lay down a plan, and then go for it. But you can't just say, this is what I think I'm going to do. You have to lay it step by step and then just start tackling it.
Yeah.
Get at it.
And to expand on Marco's point, you know, that's important. And I know, I don't know where everybody is with their business, obviously, but I know in the early stages of my business, all I was thinking about was today or tomorrow. Like, how could I get that next dollar? Because I was trying to survive. And it's difficult to plan ahead when you're living like that. It really is. But if you don't have that larger goal, then you really don't know where you're going. You know what I mean? Like, you have to have a target that you're working towards, or else it's you're kind of flapping around in the wind, if that makes sense. Like, you'll go wherever the wind blows you, so to speak. And that's not really, you need to have focus. And that's something we wanted to bring up today was, you know, even us as a company, we get easily distracted. There's a lot of potential out there, a lot of opportunities that come our way. It's difficult to say no to opportunity. You guys as IMers know that. I mean, that's what makes you a marketer, right? The fact that you respond to marketing messages, and that's probably why so many of us have shiny object syndrome, and I'm 100% guilty of that myself. It's difficult to stay focused because we don't, Perry Marshall calls it FOMO, fear of missing out. Every time something else comes out, you know, the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence, right? So you always see new software, new training, whatever, and you're always like, damn, I'm going to miss out if I don't buy it, especially on this launch pricing, blah, blah, blah. Thing is, if you've already got, you probably have enough tools in your toolbox already to be able to produce a real business, a real money-making business. If you focus, you cut the distractions out. And even we struggle with that. And that's part of the reason why we have our weekly meetings, and now, you know, our meetings where we come together like this, is to really reaffirm where we are and what our goals are to keep us focused. And I think that's really important from a business building standpoint, that you have to stay focused and motivated on a singular goal. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I was going to say something about like meeting in person real quick, because this was kind of interesting for me. Well, shout out one to Jenny, my fiance, but I was talking to her last night about this, and I'm like, the first day here, paid for its trip, because there's very real cost for us. Like, this is business. We had to pay to get down here. It's fun. It's great. But after the first day, I was talking to Jenny. I said, the first day paid for the trip. And for me, becoming somebody who like gets out more and does events more, and like that's not who I was 5 years ago. And you know, going from trying to do everything yourself to like reaching out to people. Like, if you join one of our groups, if you join it like our mastermind, that's great. It's gonna help you. But whatever you do, like, get out and start networking. Like, I actually had a call with a potential client a couple weeks ago. The guy owns his own business, and one of his complaints was, I'm not sure what to do with my business. I don't talk to other people who own businesses. And I said, well, there's an easy solution to this. Go talk to other people who own businesses. Right. But he said, yeah, I really need to. I should do that. And I was like, no, you absolutely need to. And sadly, I didn't hear back from him. Maybe that was not. Yeah. But I talked to people and just like, no, just get out there. You really do need to talk to the people who are your peers or who you want to be your peers.
And honestly, we didn't even discuss this, but that's a perfect opportunity for us to kind of pitch the mastermind a bit. And the reason I say that is because, guys, we meet on the Hump Day Hangouts every week. And that's kind of like a mini mastermind in its own, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because you guys a lot of you come join and participate. A lot of you just watch. That's fine. And so that is a mastermind in its own right. But there's something about, joining a group of peers and that are serious about their business. And having that support structure, that support system around you, and the ability to post questions or concerns or problems you may be having, or successes that you're having to help others. You know what I mean? And having that ability to communicate with peers and other professionals at varying levels in their careers or their businesses. And that's like what we have with our Semantic Mastery Mastermind. We're very, very proud of it, and we've kept it small. And it's not because we haven't tried to grow it, but it's been somewhat small because there is a cost barrier, and I get that. You know, we charge $297 a month to join the mastermind, but there's a reason for that. We want to keep people out that aren't serious about their business, number one. Number two, if you're willing to commit $300 a month to your business, it means you're serious about your business, and it would make you more likely to participate and be engaged within the community. If we were just charging $50 a month, $47 a month, or, you know, IM World, $27 a month or some shit like that for some mastermind, first of all, there's very little value there. Number two, it doesn't give you a reason to participate, if that makes sense. And we have a lot of people in our mastermind that are just there to absorb information, and that's fine. But to get the full value out of it, it's a matter of interacting like a lot of you guys do on our Hump Day Hangout. Some of you are regulars that interact and engage with us on a weekly basis. And several of you have sent us testimonials via support or whatever, telling us how you've applied just what you've learned from Hump Day Hangouts and been able to grow your business.
Yep.
And that's amazing to us. So, you know, this wasn't intended, but honestly, you should check out our mastermind. If a lot of you that are attending now, if you can come up with $300 a month. Here's the thing: if you don't come up, even if you don't have the money, if you had you think, well, I can't afford that. That's an expense I can't afford. If you're thinking about that as an expense, then that's the wrong mindset, anyways, because it should be an investment, right? You should think about it as investing in yourself and your business. And it will come back multiple times over in a very short period of time, as long as you take action, right? That's the key. You got to take action and participate, engage. I mean, that's what we're there for. And so, you know, again, I didn't want to turn this into a pitch fest, guys, but that's how we met, right? And we've built a business based upon that singular principle right there.
Right.
And so we wanted to bring that back and provide that opportunity to our mastermind members. And again, these Hump Day Hangouts are kind of like mini masterminds in their own right. But, you know, we love the mastermind. We've got a lot of members that have had very, very good success with just applying the stuff that they've learned, and also having the ability to communicate with peers, like-minded people. Right?
Well, the masterclass and B2 too, there's some people just killing it. So it's really cool hearing those stories come out of there.
I just wanted to say real quick that pretty much, I would say 100% of the products that we have developed, or the trainings that we have developed, are based on the needs that we have had as business owners or as entrepreneurs. You know, SERP Space, for example, I remember Adam starting to, wanting to know where their Ifttt networks, will work or not. So he developed a tool, and that became, a whole marketplace, etc. So I think that's, if you're really searching for opportunities of developing products or services, you really need to ask yourself what kind of challenges and difficulties I'm running through on my business right now, because that's potentially an answer right now. Like the Mastermind, V2, SERP Space, all of those were solutions that we were asking and we were looking to implement in our own business in Semantic Mastery, and we couldn't find. So we had to develop our own. And that's how, we started getting people that, hey, that would really, really help me out too. So I want to implement that for my business. And you got a clientele just like that,
Amen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do we have questions?
We got some technical questions.
I think we got something to say about that stuff over there, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, let's show that. Let's show the swag. Let's show the swag.
Swag. Swag. Hey, just to keep everybody, hey, if you want to participate, that's great. Well, if you don't, that's cool too. But if you participate, we got some stuff we picked up here.
Show the back too.
Yeah, and we're gonna be making some more. We got some good ideas for some T-shirts. Maybe something along the lines of what would Bradley Benner do, but we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, and for those of you, by the way, if you haven't already figured this out, if you're easily offended, just we should have said this earlier, then don't just unsubscribe and all that, because occasionally we get a little rowdy. But that image that we posted on the event page is kind of a joke. The POFU, position of fuck you. It is. I posted the link to the video too. It's a clip from John, the Gambler, with Mark Wahlberg and John Goodman. It's really, really funny. But it's a good, in my opinion, it's a good kind of attitude to have, and try to get your business to that position, which is like the position of fuck you. Like, I don't need you because I don't mean to sound like to be arrogant, but I mean, like, if you get your business to a point where you're good and you're able to provide service and solutions to people or into other businesses, then you can be very selective in who your clients are, who your customer base is, and you can fire those clients that are a pain in the ass. We talked about this with your friend Jill earlier today. Fire your clients that are unproductive or that drag your business down or that cause stress and that kind of stuff. And so we've kind of made the "what's your position?" It's kind of a play off of the position of FU, POFU, our motto, and that's that's why we have it. What's your position? You know, yeah, what's your position? And so, we're not trying to be offensive when we say, like, and that was just a kind of a joke, a funny way to reinforce like what our own motto is. And that's, as you guys as our subscribers and customer base and that kind of stuff, our audience, we don't want to come across as sounding arrogant. That's not it. But it's about having confidence in your own abilities, in your business, and being able to provide results and knowing because you can do that, that you can be very selective in who you work with and what type of work that you do. If that makes sense. So,
you can be the best and know that you're the best, but at the same time
be
remain humble.
Yeah.
And never, don't lord it over people that you're the best. Just have the confidence in knowing when you approach a client. And I always tell people that sales 101, you approach a client and you have to be able to say it's going to cost you 15, 20K the same way that you say $500.
Right.
It's the same thing. It's your mindset. That's all that matters. The only change that happens is what you do here, the way that you see it and the way that you approach it. If you can't make that change here, then you're never going to be able to approach that 15K client and close them. But if you go and you know what you can do, you have everything behind you. You have people that you can reach out to and say, look, guys, this is what we need to do. And then you're confident that you can do it. You're going to go in and you're going to close higher and better. You're going to be more productive. I mean, it's just mushrooms.
Yeah.
When you approach it from that position. But if you approach it from a position where I don't know what the fuck I don't know what the hey I'm doing, then it becomes you're self-destructive,
right? Instead
of building. So I hope that makes sense. I hope you guys get to a position where you can charge people whatever you feel like charging them, and they'll say, "Oh yeah, of course, yeah."
As long as you provide results, that's all that matters anyway.
Well, the bottom line is all that matters anyway.
Yeah. So, do we want to get to questions, and then are we going to do a swag giveaway, or what are we doing?
Yeah, no, I just I'm leaving people on the hook for that. Like,
Okay.
we got one hat that's going to somebody, and I'm not saying who it is, but there's
We
somebody.
already chose someone.
First name starts with a D, and that guy sent in an awesome support ticket. And I swear to God, if everybody sends in a support ticket, I'm just gonna delete it. But it was awesome, and so that dude, it's a support ticket, and it was a request. He needed something, but he's getting a hat for that. It was awesome. Anyways, real quick though, too. I don't know. Do we want to talk about 2017 at all, or what do we want to share? We can do
Video
this on the
Powerhouse.
fly. Video Powerhouse.
Video Powerhouse, guys. Video Powerhouse. It's going to be an amazing product. We're gonna knock this sucker to where it's going to be, without a doubt, the best embed network that there is.
And we've been saying it
Bar
for
none.
months. We've been saying it for months, but we hadn't really made the decision as to like go full speed ahead with it for various reasons. But
Well, just to clarify, in the sense that it's good enough in sense
Right
of
now.
size and all that for like what we're using it for and the number of clients we
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
But do we want to
we're going to
do like
scale
a
it.
public price?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we're going to scale it, and we're going to make it incredibly big. And Marco's spearheading that campaign. He took it off my shoulders. I just can't do it with all the training that I do for Semantic Mastery PR. I can't do it, and that's in part why we haven't been able to grow at the level, the speed that I wanted to originally, because I was actually managing that project. Marco took over that, and he's working on the processes right now. We've got a whole team right now together with our other partners for SerpSpace, the Roman Barnes and his crew, and so we're really going to start pushing on that hard. We're going to do a smaller internal launch to our own list, which means you guys, our own subscriber base, our audience.
Make sure they know it's at a lower price.
Right.
The price is going up because
Without a doubt.
it's worth a whole lot more than what we're charging right now. But as always, as members, as people who are always with us, even if you're not a member, you get the entry price. Now, as you know, we don't play around. When we say it's going up, it's going up because it's worth it. The value is there.
And in January is when we're going to launch it publicly. Like, what I say publicly, I mean, like, that's when we're going to actually hit out, go on some webinar circuits and stuff like that and get some big affiliate names to help, push it and that kind of stuff. That's when the price is going to be higher. Right now, it's already powerful, but we're going to be growing out the several categories, different categories, so different themed categories, to a total of 5 to start with.
We're going to start with 5.
With the
we
minimum.
already have, it's going to be around 600 websites.
Yeah, but to start, I mean, at the very minimum, it'll be 50 sites per category. That's tier 1 sites. But then remember, there's every single tier 1 site.
The draped
Well,
like,
no,
oh,
but I mean,
okay.
but the tier 2 sites is where the additional power comes from. Those are Ifttt rings around every one of our embed sites, in other words.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot more diversity available for you, for themed networks.
What we're actually going
power.
to do is T1 branded.
T2.
There's more to come. No, I'm not going to tell them. I'm not going to drop the mic.
Yeah, real quick. I realize this is silent.
Let
Do
it
we want to
be.
talk about ClickFunnels course?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah. So ClickFunnels course coming out. You guys know we're totally in with ClickFunnels. If you want to use other like landing page builders, stuff like that, that's great. But we've had enough people interested in ClickFunnels that we're going to go ahead. So me and Hernan are going to be working on ClickFunnels course along with Facebook advertising.
Yeah.
Traffic course.
Yeah, so we're learning to generate some more traffic, kind of adding on to what Bradley did, but going specifically into Facebook. That's going to tie in real well with the ClickFunnels course.
And my man Hernan is doing that because I am certainly not the Facebook teacher.
No.
Yeah.
That's the Facebook guy.
Right. Yeah.
Pennies
Ideally,
on the dollar.
yeah. Ideally, what we want to do is to have a full-on Facebook course so that you know exactly from A to Z, top to bottom, left to right, how to operate the entire platform and how to gain real, true understanding of your metrics. Meaning that every dollar that you're putting in, you're getting $2, $1.50, $3, $10 out. And that's one thing. The other thing that we're going to be working hard is Facebook for local businesses. We would tie it nicely with what we have done with local campaign, exactly. So that you can leverage the power of Facebook, which is, I think, one of the best investments that you can do right now in your business, so that you can get leads, combining local AdWords with local Facebook with the funnels. You can literally blow up a business, a local
serious business. And now, speaking on that, just a quick note, because you brought up local Kingpin, the updates are going to start rolling. I've already started updating last week. This week, obviously, I'm not updating because I'm here in Panama. But yeah, where's our beer guy?
Yeah, man.
Sorry,
Running
priorities, right?
Yeah. I'm checking.
But next week, when we're back, I've got several updates planned already. So anybody that's purchased local Kingpin, guys, updates are going to be coming literally for the next 8 to 10 weeks. Seriously, I've got a lot that I'm still learning that I want to convey to you guys because I'm still doing a lot of testing. I mean, I've set up about half a dozen funnels, AdWords campaigns, and different funnels. I'm only sharing 2 of them, and that's the original case study is part of local Kingpin, and then I set up a second case study, which is going to be basically built out in real time in front of you, all local Kingpin buyers or members. But then I've got multiple other funnels set up that I'm testing various campaign types and ad types and stuff like that. And so as I continue to refine the process, because remember, it is somewhat newer to me, I'm going to be sharing that with you guys. And it's interesting because that, it's a one-off purchase, but if you haven't jumped on it yet, guys, you can't get the launch price anymore, but get on it because it's going to continue to be developed out. And it's like, I'm talking to these guys about how I'm actually kind of transitioning my own lead gen business away from the SEO model and more towards the paid traffic model because it's so much more scalable. Don't get us wrong. Here at Semantic Master, we're still going to be providing the SEO training and everything else. But literally for my own business, the maintenance required and the amount of work that goes into ranking sites to generate leads, whether for my own lead gen business or for customers or clients, it's so much more work. And you know how the increasing complexity of SEO, it just, to me, the paid traffic is a much more scalable way that you can initially generate leads with while you work on SEO, if that makes sense, so that you can get leads up and get profitable, start generating revenue for your business and your customers very quickly. And then you can improve the profitability of those campaigns by using SEO, if that makes sense.
Yep.
So
that's good.
Okay, cool.
If I can do one last thing, we forgot to mention Maps Powerhouse, which is complementary to Video Powerhouse, and then I also have in mind, and I don't like to share all my stuff all at once. My partners don't know, but JavaScript embeds with.
All right, beer guys
I'm not gonna say beers here, but JavaScript guys, JavaScript is the way to go. It's a lot of power in JavaScript. Nobody's doing it. We're gonna do it. Excuse me, beer time.
Gracias. Thank you. By the way.
Gracias.
Cheers.
All right.
Do we have any questions that we're gonna tackle? I haven't even looked
Yeah,
at the
we got.
event
There
page,
you go.
so-
I got my phone. Let me.
Yeah,
You
do
got
it
that?
before I have another beer and can't answer.
Well, I can have several more.
There you go.
By the way, just so you guys know, this is not all like we're not just talking business here. We work for a few hours a day,
Yeah, let me.
various meetings throughout the day. We discuss stuff, but the rest of the time we're having fun, man.
Yeah,
You know, we are. We're having a great time.
it's a great
We're
time.
eating well. We're drinking well. We're having a good time. There's a gym here. We worked out together today. Marco and I did. Adam, he's a crazy runner. So, all right, these are
Busy
questions.
Yeah, let's just like take one or two, and then I think we'll wrap it up and get out of the sun before we mount.
Yeah.
Well, the shaded.
Before the
good.
skeeters come out.
Okay, cool. There's only 4 questions. That's or 3 questions. That's good. All right, cool. Well, thanks everybody for not like inundating us with questions today. Appreciate that. All right, so we'll go with Carol Bell first. She says, "Hi guys, hope you're having fun. Question about ranking maps. I'm in Tampa Bay with 3 large cities in a 25-mile radius. A local client is showing in the maps for a few keywords, but only for the keyword." Oops, what just happened? There must be another.
Yeah.
Oh wow, there's a lot of. Holy crap! Never mind.
Never mind.
Just realized that there's a ton of questions. Oh, your phone just updated.
There's mostly comments.
Okay. All right. Cool. Sorry, that just kind of freaked me out. I was like, "Whoa, we got a lot of work to do." All right. So let's get back to Carol's question. Let's see. Okay, a local client is showing in the maps for a few keywords, but only for the keyword, not with a city modifier. What do I need to focus on to get him in the maps for the keyword city, even if it's just for Tampa? All right. Well, first of all, before we answer this question,
She's in RYS Academy.
yeah, she is.
I haven't been in the Facebook RYS Academy. I'm sorry. Ask your question there, Carol. You know, I always take care of you, no matter what. You're a member, and membership has its privileges. So I will take care of you. I'll answer this. It's really simple, and we've been through this before, and we did a webinar on this, and I can show you how that's done. And
Okay.
for those of you guys who you should know, RYS Academy is like ranking Google, using Google, and it's working. It was working 18 months ago,
Yeah.
2 years
Still
ago.
works really well.
Still works.
And if you
And
don't want
it's
to do
going
it,
to keep
if you
on
don't want to
working,
do all the
And if it's
work,
been working for ages.
buy
we
the
just
done
don't
for you
know
drive
really
stacks.
about
Right,
it.
Right, really.
anyways, let me answer her question because there's something I want to talk about. Hey, Carol, what you should do just to confirm, if you're I'm go to the Google keyword Google AdWords interface and open up the ad diagnosis preview and diagnosis tool, and then start doing some keyword searches. Set your location to Tampa. You may be in Tampa, that's fine, but what I would do is take a look. Like I've got a lot of clients in various locations, and if I do a search for my local IP with a local modifier and I look for, like, for example, tree service, Fredericksburg, I'll use that as an example, tree service Fredericksburg, from my local IP, and I'm not in Fredericksburg, the listings that I optimize don't show in the maps back for me because I'm searching from a new IP. And this is kind of a newer phenomenon that I've noticed. And it's only because I'm being in AdWords that I found this out. But if I go into the ad preview and diagnosis tool and I set my IP to Fredericksburg or my location to Fredericksburg, and then I do a search for just the general keyword or the general keyword plus the local modifier, it shows up. So it's almost as if Google is localizing the results to where, like if you're searching from a foreign IP or an IP not located in that city, that they're going to show you different results. Now, I don't know that that's your case. I'm just saying you might want to investigate that a bit because it may be that you are listed. I don't know that. I'm just saying it might be that you are listed, but you're just not seeing it. That's just one thing that you can check. The other thing Marco said for real is doing drive stacks, and I know she's in RYS, so
Yeah.
but doing drive stacks of that should help. Also, make sure that you're doing the Ifttt model. You should be, I know, because you're a mastermind member as well. And continue publishing posts. Make sure that you're mentioning the various cities. I just read the rest of your question that you're like your service area covers 3 cities. You're not physically located, or the business is not physically located in Tampa. But what I would do is make sure that your site, the customer site, the client site is siloed out. Have location categories. Right. Make sure that you publish posts within those location categories. So, for example, Tampa, and then mention Tampa within the content itself. And have it published within that category, and make sure that's going out to the Ifttt network and being published to the Google local page. If that makes sense, because that's going to do. It's going to start to reinforce that Google local listing with content, with the mentions of those keywords and those locations as well. Now, it's not something that's going to, drive stacks can help very, very quickly, but Ifttt model is going to take some time. Obviously, the more you publish, the more frequently you publish, the faster the results should be. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm also thinking that crowd search, some click-throughs.
Yeah, that's another one. Crowd search would help.
Well, I'm not gonna say how, but in RYS,
Oh, I lost it, Adam.
But yeah,
Let me see your event page again.
some crowd search with some modifiers, and should be good to go.
Yeah, crowd search has that local map search function now, and it works well. But you don't want to go crazy with that because you can raise a red flag if you go heavy on click-throughs. Two things: do the maps click-through, which is if you need some more training on this, Carol, we can do this in the mastermind next week. We'll be back next week. We have a mastermind scheduled for next week. We can cover this more in depth. By the way, speaking of that, just post this question. We will get more in depth with this for you in mastermind next week. So post it on the mastermind events page. I created that on Monday, so it's available in there. That said, for everyone else, using the maps ranking feature in crowd search, that's going to help for keywords, but also you want to improve site weight. In order to improve site weight, you want to set up some navigational search queries or navigational search CT spam, click-through spam, right? And so that's basically searching for the brand name, reinforcing that. Plus, you can send some referral traffic through some of your Ifttt properties that end up clicking through to the site. That's going to help too, because that increases site authority, if that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
I need to work with.
All right, I think. What do you think? We'll do like one or two more questions.
Yeah.
Okay. So
We got
Carol's,
time, right? What time is it? It's only 4:30.
we're on
Yeah.
our time.
Oh yeah.
All right. Carol's got the. Oh, never mind. Dean's got the next one. I'll let you read it. I was gonna
Okay.
do the short one.
Excuse me, guys. Okay, Dean says, if a site was originally HTTP version with the backlinks, then redirected to HTTPS version and built on the HTTPS version, would it be better to still build Ifttt SEO links to the non-SSL version so you could kill the redirect if something happened? Or would you just build links? No. Why would, I don't know why you would ever remove SSL from the domain once you've set it up.
Yeah, once you set it up.
Once you set it up, I would never remove it. So, no, I would just build going forward. Any new links, just let them resolve to this SSL version of it.
Canonicals,
Yeah.
man. That's all. That's all that you need to do.
Yeah, once you have
Canonicalize,
this
and
out,
then you're set.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. If you don't mind, I'm going to keep going for a couple minutes. Okay.
Okay.
We got beer.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like looking around, like I don't see a.
They're not
clock
cutting
on
into
the
my
wall.
drinking time. The
Yeah.
questions are not cutting into my drinking time. All right, guys. So Carol's up again. She says, when you buy expired domains, how do you register them? Do you use a persona for the registrar? No, I never do. I know other people out there will tell you to use fake whois data, all that stuff. I don't. I never do it. I never do it. I just use private whois, and that's it. So
I'm just curious. Do you use Google at all to register stuff?
No, I do everything through Namecheap. Namecheap and GoDaddy and domaincheapsters.com. I have a few registers, but pretty much everything now goes through Namecheap. Just about.
They'll give you 1 year for free with whois, and then it's like super cheap to.
But
keep it.
remember, I don't build a whole lot of PBNs and private link network sites. I really don't, because we don't need to. We're able to,
And because
produce results without it. So
PBNs are dying.
yeah,
Unless you're creating an entity and it's a valid entity and it's connected to other places that are entities. If not, if it's just a PBN that provides a link,
Just realized we're crowding.
Yeah,
this
it's
thing
called
back
the- it's
up
called the
and stuff.
distance
We're starting-
graph.
We're getting closer and closer.
it's called the
that's because the
distance
beer's
graph.
over here.
I wrote about it.
You're not drinking that, are you? Cool.
Read about it. Go look at the blog. I predicted it about a year ago, right?
Yeah.
So it's
That's
only
of the
becoming
PBN.
news now,
Right.
but I predicted it a year ago. So go look it up and go see it so that you can understand why you need to drop some kind of entity around your PBN.
Yeah, validate the entity, guys. In our mastermind last week, we shared something that's been around for years. It hadn't even been updated since 2014, I think. The linked open diagram. If you look that up, Google it. I'm sorry, guys, I'm not able to be on the computer right now, but I think it's called linked open data or linked open
Data, something
Something like
data
that.
Graphs.
Maybe I'll share it next week if you got somebody reminds me during mastermind, or not Max, excuse me, during Hump Day Hangouts next week. I'll share that because it kind of proves the whole point of just trying to have a presence on multiple properties.
Right.
Seriously, just getting your name or the brand name across as many properties on the web as you possibly can. Don't worry about the metrics. Metrics mean nothing, guys. It's about having a presence.
And relevance.
Seriously. And relevancy too. But absolutely relevancy. But I'm saying just having a presence on multiple properties is going to reinforce. It's going to add weight to the site weight, right? So it's going to build the site authority, and we're having some pretty good success with that as well. Damn it, I just lost it again. Sorry, I don't know why you're
keeping Bradley out of my phone.
Yeah.
Got security on here. Let's see. So we had Dean was left. Carol. All right. Also, real quick, Jordan, who has the best guns? Put it between these two guys. These guys are the ones who are going to the gym and lifting. I'm just running. So.
Marco's definitely stronger, but I don't know. I'm catching up. I'm catching up. I was noticing some of the comments. Somebody said cheers. I want to say cheers back. Thank you. Carol said it's time for a drink. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
We've invited everybody to have drinks with us today.
Jordan. So once again, Jordan's got a couple here. The first one's a little long, so I'll just let you read it.
All right, but before I do that, I want to just give a shout out to Andrew Walker. I know that you just posted a question. Andrew's my friend of mine. He's a guy local to me, and I'm helping him. He's got an IT business. Everybody, he's a PC repair guy. He does information technology, networking, that kind of stuff. Guy's a real sharp guy. I like him a lot, and I'm actually helping him trying to get an online presence now. I'm doing it out of the kindness of my heart because he's a good guy.
Nice.
And
doing a case study on that?
No, I'm not. I'm just helping him out. And I just
what
want to
you
say,
are
hey,
saying,
Andrew,
if you're in the Virginia area, you should use him.
You should use
yeah,
him.
absolutely. When in contact, even if you're not in the Virginia area, he can help you remotely with any of your work. He posted right on the event page, Andrew Walker. Check him out. If you guys have any IT issues, anything like that, reach out to him. Pay him, but reach out to him. You know what I mean? And he'll give you a hand. Okay. So Andrew's a good dude. Shout out to you. Jordan says, "Who is the best guys?" We already asked that. Love the hats and the rowdy guys wearing them. Awesome, Carol. Thank you. Okay, so Jordan's up. He says, "How does one check to make sure the network properties are getting indexed? I ain't seeing them in monitorbacklinks.com." Jordan, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that because Google's seeing your links. Most likely, you're going to see them in Search Console if your sites are in registered in Search Console. If you go now, look, Terry Kyle just did a blog post yesterday about this, and even Google is starting to restrict what they show in Search Console. And Majestic and Ahrefs aren't going to show them either. Very rarely. The only time Ahrefs shows more links than Majestic. But Majestic will only show links if they're particularly powerful. So a lot of your Web 2 links are never going to show.
Right.
So don't worry about it.
I forget which one, but it's the 90-day for the fresh index.
Yeah, fresh index. That's right.
Yeah.
Majestic, yes.
I would say that, Jordan, do not focus that much on indexation because other than searching then with the site operator or with the info operator, and excluding your own domain so that you can see what kind of ubiquity you have online, searching your brand, etc. That will help you out.
He said ubiquity. Good word, man. Word of the day. Points for
and that will give you an idea. With that said, focus on traffic and focus on, if you want to focus on rankings, by all means, you can use SEMrush to see what kind of exposure you're getting. But focus on traffic and focus on rankings mostly instead of indexing, because as the guys were saying, not even Google will show you, and relying on a third-party tool is kind of pushing it. So.
And we've proven this before, and we've shown it time and again in our YS Academy. I know I keep coming back to it. No, I don't want to plug it, but we've shown that you can rank whatever, a URL, a doc, any type of drive doc, without it being indexed.
Right.
And we've been able to rank it on first page. So indexing doesn't mean that Google doesn't recognize it.
That's right. You mean that the page that has the link being indexed, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But Google has it in its database. It's there, and Google knows.
Yeah, Google will crawl it even if they don't index it, guys. They'll crawl it and they'll know the links there. Hernan has done testing with PBNs that are set to no index.
No index PBNs,
and they still provide ranking.
No index do follow.
I love that.
So I didn't do the testing, but he did, and if he says it's law, in my opinion. So all right, hold on. Next, the follow up to that, Jordan says. Excuse me. Let's get back to it because it keeps updating. He was talking about Backlinks Indexer, or excuse me, the plugin Backlink Commando. Now they stopped supporting it. Sucks because it was good, it worked, but they stopped supporting it. We talked about potentially developing our own plugin to do that because it really could be just a simple plugin. We got too much to do. One of our mastermind members, Inaki. I don't know if I'm butchering his name. Sorry.
Get it done, man.
Yeah, he's talked about doing that, and if he does that, I'm sure he'll reach out to us to kind of help promote that, and we'll certainly let you guys know. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we got to get at least 1 or 2 questions a month.
Yeah.
But if it's people asking, then there's a ton of people.
There's a need. There's pain there, so somebody's got to solve it.
Okay, so we got a few more. We got a few minutes, guys. So let's keep going. Jordan's got the next one again. He says, "I have a client who is moving and is ranked super high. It's a church, moving to a new campus, same city. We want to ensure as smooth the process as possible. Tips. My suggestion: go to Loganix and hire their citation cleanup service tell them exactly what's happening, pay them the $500, and have them take care of it for you.
Right.
That's exactly what I would do. Because I mean, that's a nightmare. It really is. It's a nightmare work. Let them do it. They're professionals at it. Jordan, I think you're in the U.S. They're incredibly good at the U.S. market. Other markets, not so much. But
Jordan, we're gonna see you in February, man.
Yeah.
So we're going down to Texas, so we're gonna meet up.
yeah.
Nice.
So definitely, dude, check out Loganix and their service for that. We even have an affiliate link, semanticmastery.com/Loganix, if you want to send us some credit for that. But like, honestly, like it's a great service, guys. I highly recommend it. Okay. And that's who I use. Sloban, that's an interesting name. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. He says Ifttt has updated their system to applets and it seems to not have the watch later functionality for YouTube. Is this true? I don't know yet because I haven't explored this yet. We've been really wrapped up with this meeting, guys, and everything. But our next update webinar, I just scheduled it for not next Wednesday, but the following Wednesday.
Right,
yeah. So our next update webinar, I will have gone through and worked out the process for that, guys. We'll make sure that we take care of all that by the next update webinar, which is November 23rd. Okay?
That doesn't mean the videos, all of the videos in the training are going to be redone.
We're not doing that.
We're going to do an update.
Yeah,
Right.
we're going to do an update, and we'll make that real apparent. We'll also probably put that right up in the front and center in the update section about like how the applets work. Also, some of our members, I think Jordan Fowler was one of them. Maybe Greg Drebert. Some of you guys in the Ifttt Facebook group have talked about even reaching out to support in Ifttt and complaining, and they're saying that they're going to like resolve some of these issues because apparently a whole lot of people are pissed off about these changes.
Yeah, on the official Ifttt group. That is.
Can you talk about why or how it's actually improved the functionality in Ifttt?
Oh yeah,
what it is that they did?
multi-steps and
Yeah, well, I think I've honestly have like a very surface understanding because I read through real quick the changes, so I don't want to say anything like with 100%. But it looks like there might be multi-step, which was something that was kind of limited to Zapier first. Premium. As far as doing like, okay, like I'm going to look at something coming out of WordPress. I want to grab something and take it over to Twitter, and then from that I want to also send an email.
Right.
So they were doing that, and it looks like there may be a way to do that now with Ifttt.
Okay. That's cool.
Yep.
Okay, Don's up. He says, so if you're not doing PBN so much, what are you using to power up your semantic hubs and other properties? I don't do I send my branded networks over to our link building services, the same one that's offered in SERPspace.
Mm-hmm.
So I send that over to that whenever I have a branded network set up, which is for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like he says, if his dog sits still long enough, he gets an Ifttt network around his neck. So seriously, that's what I do. I just power up the tier 1 network, and that's pretty much it. For some particularly difficult keywords, then I will go out and buy some expired domains through blue chip backlinks, semanticmastery.com/blue chip or blue chip backlinks. One of those, try them. Blue chip, or just go direct to the site. Doesn't matter.
Resources. Go to our resources page.
Terry Kyle's blue chip
stuff is
backlinks is a great way to pick up domains. But guys, the relevancy is absolutely key.
That's it.
Don't worry about the metrics so much. Look for relevancy, and then when you're doing the analysis on the prospective domain, make sure that you have at least one inbound link from a seed site, which means from a trusted authority site in that niche. That's. Don't worry about the trust flow metrics. None of that, guys. Just look for an age domain that was 100% relevant to what you're going to be using to link from to. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then make sure that there's at least one inbound link. Sometimes that's all you need. Like I pick up a lot of domains because I do a lot of home services, construction stuff. I pick up a lot of domains that have Bob Vila links.
Right.
Yeah.
Or what is it? The Home and Garden Network. This old house. A lot of those types of things. And all it needs is one backlink coming to that inbound domain. And then what I'll do is I'll rebuild the domain with the old content, and then I'll go hack my link. And it's just HTML. It's real simple to do. You can upload it to Amazon S3. You can upload it to, any hosting account whatsoever. It's just an HTML file. It's very simple to edit. I'll hack my link into the page, and that's it. That's it. Done. And that's all I'm concerned about. And again, it's not the metrics that I'm worried about. It's the relevancy.
Mm-hmm.
So I do still do that, but I only do that when I particularly need to, you know what I mean? Like for something difficult. Other than that, it's about content marketing, and it's about drive stacks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It really is. It's about you just continuing to publish posts on the Ifttt networks.
Yeah.
Because over time, that relevancy will build, and you're going to continue to reinforce that entity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. With that said, we are in conversations because, guys, the domains that we are getting, blue chip backlinks is a great tool, but we have our own domain service within SerpSpace. The domains that come from that service, they're crazy. We should be pricing them like way higher. But my point is that you will get like really, really relevant domains and really powerful domains. Like I cannot promise you this, but I made a test order because that's what we do when we are mystery shopping our own services. We do test orders, and I got a couple of domains with backlinks from Wikipedia. Again, I'm not promising that you will get that, but the quality is that good. And we're in conversations also to get done for you PBN services. We're just ironing out the details in terms of hosting, whatever, but that's coming as well in SerpSpace, and it's going to be really good because we have found great builders that they will really not look like PBNs.
They don't look like PBNs.
No, at all.
They're full on real websites.
Yeah.
Like they put all tons of content on them. They look beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's really impressive.
Yeah,
That's good because they're
it's
real
really
they're
impressive.
websites.
Yeah.
They're no longer.
Yeah. So that's coming.
Okay, so Andrew Walker says, thanks for you're the man. By the way, advanced-pcs.com.
Okay.
That's Andrew Walker, advanced-pcs.com. Network, IT, anything like that. Talk to PC repair, security, anything like that. Tom Clark says, you guys are the absolute best. Thanks for fun and commitment. Thanks you, Tom. I'd +1 you, but I guess I could from your phone.
Do like a weird Facebook thumbs up thing.
Right.
Dwayne says, creating my first e-commerce website for a client. Any training tips that you can point to? I'm not the e-commerce guy.
No.
I'm not the e-commerce.
What are you using? Wayne?
Yeah, depend. Get more specific, and we'll check back on the page. Let us know.
Shopify, WooCommerce, whatever you're using, let us know because there's big difference. Like I like doing WooCommerce because it's based on WordPress, obviously, but it will strongly depends on what you're using. So if you could
here's one, I guess. This seems to come up a lot for some reason. People who are using, if you're using Shopify or if you're using some platform that has their own inbuilt, just slap WordPress into like a subfolder or subdomain, and then use that for a lot of your SEO.
Yeah, use that for your content marketing. And just do content marketing like you would for any other site,
right?
And then just make sure that your contextual links within your blog posts are linking to your product pages or your category pages. That's particularly powerful because when you link to a category page, it's going to power up all the products.
Yeah, all the products.
Now it's going to take more content, more posts, in other words, more links, in order to power those category pages up. Because every time you send an inbound link to that category page, it's going to split evenly across all those links on that page. Does that make sense? So it's really important that you link to the category page. Content marketing is very, very important in my opinion for SEO. Now, it really is, man. Okay, so we're on to the last question, unless this thing updates in a second. Jordan again says, barely U.S. Texas. We need to be our own country. Can't wait to meet you all. When are we going to Texas, or is it just you?
No, we're going to Funnel Hacking Live.
Oh, me and you?
Yeah, in
Dallas.
I forgot. So Jordan, we'll set something up with you. I know we talked real quick, or me and Hernan talked to you.
Yeah.
So we'll set something up. If you can't make it up there, we'll come to you, man. So
that's good.
Yep. As long as you buy us dinner and drinks.
Unless it's really far away, because Texas is really big. So hold on. We'll figure that out.
Right. Okay, cool. Awesome. All right, we got one more that just came in. Dwayne Armstrong, which was the e-commerce, using WordPress and Woo. Thanks for the info, guys.
Well, that's great. That's great because you can go. There's a bunch of plugins that will allow you to mark up your products, with price, rates, price, rates, reviews, those kind of things within WooCommerce, and you're powering up your stuff on WordPress. So you do not need to go out to do content marketing, which is a great thing. You should post on WordPress, and you have the WooCommerce platform as well. So data markup, content marketing, Ifttt, you can do some drive tags as well. So there's a bunch of things that you can do. I would treat them as a regular WordPress site, just with the product section. So,
guys, this has been fun. Right?
Yeah, it's been
a lot of fun.
It's been fun. We got to drink together. And for one last time, here you go, Adam. Sorry. Let's just give a little tour. This is really cool. Like I said, there's a poolside bar over there, and in fact, what's really cool is there's this. They've got a pool with the bar. There's a sunken part of the bar where the bartenders stand, so the people in the pool can literally sit on these bar stools that are in the water. It's really cool. I don't know, maybe I don't travel enough, but I've never been to a place where there was a bar built into the pool. It's really crazy. But look at this. There's I don't know. It's beautiful. I didn't show you the beach because that's too far of a walk.
Sorry, Jenny was asking, where's the pool? Well, it's over there in the sun, and we're not going there.
So, anyways, well, listen, everybody, thank you for being here for Hump Day Hangouts, making this all possible. We just had our 2-year anniversary for Hump Day Hangouts last week. And then a week later, we're here.
So, big thank you to everybody.
Yeah,
thanks, everyone.
We got a lot coming, guys, still. you know, we're here to help you. That's part of the reason why we do these Hump Day Hangouts every week. Obviously, you guys have given us the opportunity for us to do things like this, which we all appreciate you and thank you for that so much from the very bottom of my heart and all of us. I'm sure I speak for all of us. Keep coming, keep participating. We'll keep giving you the best that we have, the best that we can, and help grow your business with ours as well. Right?
Sounds good.
So, all right, guys.
Awesome.
Cool.
Next
Bye.
week.
Bye on broadcast.
Bye.
Thanks.
And let's see if I can end it. There it goes.